What up, Nick?
Nick's first.
Yeah. I was having fun on their show the other night, making jokes and shit like I do. I love commenting just dumb stuff.
I popped on just for a minute, but I had to go.
Yeah.
I always have to go
There's
back
the
and
other
listen
one.
to them. What's
Dick
up?
suckers. Suck, can you just suck it out? That's what your mom did.
Alrighty then.
I thought I was in secret society. My bad.
Oh man, they're commenting on everything.
Yeah, they are. God dang. They got a computer over here, a phone, a laptop over here. Like, he's getting it all in. I'm excited for night show. We got a good guest.
Me too. I was already enjoying the conversation in the back. Heck,
I know that's what we were joking. We weren't even gonna have a show. We're just gonna sit here and talk about business. Brainstorm.
Gosh. What's up, Michael? We need to get him on.
Yeah.
Heavenly Hill.
Speaking of social media, like we talking about that before the show. He crushes it always.
Oh yeah.
We talk about getting too busy. He's like, watch out.
I love his little videos with the Coors Light. He's always walking in the backyard. Oh god, I love it. Anyway, yeah, Michael, we'll have to get you on here soon
for the show.
But anyway, we got a great guest tonight.
Yeah, look, I met Dan through the 20 group. I hadn't heard of him, got in the 20 group and stuff, and he was in the original and come back and stuff. And yeah, it's cool getting to meet him. We've been friends ever since. Great dude. I'm excited to finally get him on the show. He's always so busy. Been trying to get him on. I got this, got that. I don't give a shit. What up, Mark?
He's been a little busy this year as well.
He got a car wash. The wash keeps him busy.
If nothing else, that's all Andy has really taken away from Dan over the
years.
Wash. But anyway, let's go ahead and get him on here. We got Mr. Dan Noeltner here. What's up, brother?
What's going on? Of course, Andy didn't say that.
Of course.
That's his favorite.
I remember the whole, you getting into the Warsh business, like TC Martindale's like, oh, man, it's like print money. You're like, really? All right. How much money has that thing printed for you?
Yeah, it's got its moments. I'll say that. Yeah. It was funny because I think I was listening to your guys' podcast and I was up there working like 1 a.m. and I'm like, I heard that and I'm like, I can't find this money printing machine.
Where's that at? Yeah, call TC. Where's it at?
Yeah, I haven't found it yet.
It's been good for you though. I mean, you joke about it, but
yeah, I realized how much of a distraction it was for me. Instead of doing PDR all the time, like there's a lot of moving parts that you got to be addressing quite a bit. So
is that something you think would be good to have somebody manage that full time?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of all step up if a customer has a problem. It's in-bay automatic is what it is. So they pull up, it's got a pay station. And then we also got monthly memberships. So it's to where it kind of does itself, but every once in a while has some issues. And then like we were talking about apps earlier, there's an app to do it and the app malfunctions sometimes too.
So
yeah. We know how fun.
So have you had have you had anybody get a dent in it? And if so, did you refer them to yourself?
No, I have not yet.
Good.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah.
But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's they do have a mind of their own for sure, how they work sometimes. So
is it a touchless or not?
It's a combo. It'll do both. It'll do touch or touchless. You got the choice. That was
if it's touch, you offer them a ceramic coating afterwards and a paint correction.
Yes, correct. And that's part of the reason I went with it, because I wanted the option of both. Hypocritical of me to sell you on paint correction and ceramic coating and then you need to go to a touchless wash, but mine is not. So
hold on, touchless what?
You heard me.
I picked up on it. Oh gosh.
Well, let's get into your backstory, how you got into PDR and all that, and learn more about that story.
I was a machinist working in machine shops, and then a buddy of mine I went to high school with, we went to Lake of the Ozarks one year for New Year's, and he just got into it. And I said, man, that sounds pretty neat. I think I'd be interested in doing that. And then company I started with, they had a hailstorm, and I got on there and started working in 96. And I worked for them for like 13 years. And then we split ways and been doing my own thing ever since. And it's been a journey. Like you learn right away real quick. It's not just doing your own thing isn't the easiest. Like it was a year or two later, I brought my nephew on with me full time. And the first year he was training with me like half a year, I brought him on, and then we did workman's comp pay off the year before that was only half the year. So we were like $3,000 short that next year. Where I'm like, it was live and learn the hard lessons there, you know. But
it seems like all lessons we have to learn as business owners are the hard lessons. It's never, there's not a playbook like exactly like telling you every issue. You just kind of fall into it like, oh, we got to fix this now.
No. So every year now since then, I'm watching where everybody's at going, okay, this much, you know, if it's a moving percentage or something, you know. So, but you don't know until you know.
That's it. Yeah.
Hard lesson to learn.
Right. I mean, of course, the 20 group has helped me out tremendously because I got into it a year after I started. So that helps some of the stuff, but there's still things you run into. It's like, like, I don't know what to do.
And it's nice to have other people to lean on for that with the group. And just, I got to say, PDR College, I think, opened that up for everyone.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've been doing it since 96, and it was to where you seen another dent guy, everybody was closed off. Like, well, I'm not going to talk to that guy. But hailstorms were my favorite time because you would network, see other tools. And I didn't go to MTE until, was it 16 or 17? And I went to advanced skills. And even my nephew goes, you went down there, and he goes, it was like a change of mindset when you come back, just different, you know. And it opened my eyes. Networking and meeting everybody was amazing, you know.
Yeah.
What's up, Barney? Barney's a longtime customer of mine.
It must just be on yours. I don't see it.
It may be. Well, oh, really?
Yeah.
I wonder why it's not. Well, it's not showing on your comments.
Nope. I got Mark Yeager's last. What's up, Mark? By the way.
That's the last one you got.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I need to start putting these up here. So we got that one. Andy,
maybe mine fell off or something.
This was a little dig. I think. Did you just turn that off?
What happened?
Machinists know how to mill a long shaft.
They're trying to pay me back for Monday night. All the I was putting up. Crazy for Swayze. Oh, he was excited last night.
Old Dan Gator.
Yeah. He takes me and Brandon's like, y'all gonna have Dan on the show.
He's something else.
And he still showed up to the party late.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why my comments ain't working. Usually I'm on that. That's why you should know.
That's why I was wondering why you weren't putting anything up there. I'm like, well, maybe he's just listening.
I got nothing.
That's weird.
Oh, well. So how old were you when you got into PDR back in 1996, Dan?
What was I, 23, 24, I think, something like that? Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like 52.
No, I'm 52 now.
You're not much older than me, 7 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Been at it a while.
8 years older, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes. Guys that are younger in it, you don't realize how lucky you are to have whale tails because I'm before whale tails.
Or glue pulling, like.
Oh, yeah.
Back in 03, glue pulling, you're like, nah, that's last resort. Now it's like, I'm going to glue pull most of that to begin with.
Well, Worth, I remember them having the first mini lifters and slide hammers, and we called them worthless at first.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to do it, you know.
Yeah.
But I still have some of the old Worth tabs, but
yeah, I
don't ever use them. I've just kept them, you know. It's just
right.
Well, even when I started in 2013, I mean, it was like Worth or nothing, and then it quickly evolved.
Yeah.
After that, but. Yeah, I may still have some Worth tabs back there. I don't know. I saw the photos of my very first repair I did when I went out on my own, and it had glue tabs everywhere, and it's all Worth tabs. And I'm like, man, if I'd have had what we have now, I'd have been. It took me 2 days on this job. I'd have had it done in 30 minutes.
What's crazy, what you can still learn, like Bryce Kelly doing detention, and he did that. Atlas was his
Atlas.
first tabs.
Yeah, that was mine too.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What's up, bud?
But no, like Bryce Kelly, showing that piece of paper with the 2 boxes of detention. And I'm like, I don't care how long you're in it. You can still have an aha moment. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Why didn't I think of that?
Especially when you watch Bryce videos.
Yeah.
It's like aha all the time. Like, wow, are you serious? 2x4s and a C clamp? Like, what?
What a great dude, too. He's so humble.
Like Martin Sadler had posted one a while back too, and like took a Coke can and dented it in and took tape and just pull out, and it comes back out, and it's like,
really?
Yeah. But you go back and find some of the Barney's still working.
Love it. That's awesome.
But you can find the old Marty Runick videos on YouTube and stuff, and him explaining everything. But nobody was taking it to heart and really developing anything to help you do the tension stuff. But been around a while.
Yeah. And now you just got everywhere you look, there's lateral tension.
It's almost like body shop that they forgot to do because their parts changing, and I don't know that they're teaching body work like they used to. I think it's tough to find people to go in the trade, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think they're really just teaching, minor stuff. You get a used panel or whatever, and you're just fixing whatever little flaws that are in it and sanding it down and painting it, but nothing like Stefan. Stefan does amazing work, and when it comes to the conventional repairs and that, and that was even before really using the glue pulling stuff to speed up those processes. But that I like seeing that, as young as he is. To me, that's a real body tech. And I tell customers all the time, like, there's really no true body men left.
Right.
A lot of those guys are the older generation, and down here, they're at Charlie's Classic Cars that are spending 4 or 5 years restoring a vehicle, but they're in their 80s.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have the patience. I wouldn't have the patience to come in every day and see the same car. I'd be like, I hate life. Like, they'll
work on different ones, but and then split their time. But by the time they get done, $200,000-$300,000 car.
Yeah. Nick's another one of them body guys. Like, that's how I noticed him on TikTok. Like, I started watching with his glue pull doing body work. I'm like, oh, like, you're pulling that like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're I'd say young. They're younger. They're younger than us.
Yeah.
But you don't really see it. That's just a couple that maybe there is hope out there.
There's another used to be body guys doing some crazy shit.
I think there's definitely that industry. There's a gap in it. Like, I think my one shop said last year or something, the average age of a body man was like 59 years old, something like that, which is crazy. But
it is.
But I don't know.
Those are the guys, 60-something-year-old body guys are the ones getting all the crushed, crazy. They're always the ones on the frame machine every time.
Yeah.
Jesus. You got the old guy doing that? Like, he's over here hurting. He barely walking. He's doing all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of honestly, a lot of them guys not necessarily want to teach the younger guys, actually teach them what they know, because they're still
lack of culture. Teach them.
Yeah. See, he knows for sure, but the same way I'm thinking. I just remember back when I was learning this at the body shop, you had them older guys who are just set in their ways, and they couldn't stand the younger guys. And when you ask them something, they just kind of blow you off and, get out of here, Bob. I just take care. Hey, I do the same thing with my kids. My dad did it with me. It's hard to teach somebody something because you just want to get in there and do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I want to get it done now. You know,
I'm very guilty of that, and that's something I need to work on. And like, well, Stu, my daughter's boyfriend, works for me, and he's actually in training right now at Gateway. So that way he gets the basics. It's not me not having time to work with him. So it's
that's what a good training, like basics, is all you need them to come back with. Because, like, you know, dent was your training. I was there forever. Fixed the same old dent every day. Got out, there was never that dent to fix when I got out. So get the basics, and then you teach them what you need them to know. You know.
Was Mike your teacher at?
I had Rob Kaysen and Dave Chrisman.
Okay.
Mike was there. Mike was at the other class. Him and Tim White.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Tim. Passed away not too long ago. But yeah, Rob Kaysen is my trainer back in 03, and he still comments on my videos. I'll be working on doors, like, you're not low enough, get lower. I'm like, shut up. This ain't dealing with the school no more. I'm good.
Yeah. See, I don't know Detmore's their training. I trained with
Mike Seawald. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Kyle, the guy I got here, he trained with Seawald, and he's, you know, he'll do upside down dents and everything. I'm like, my man.
Yeah.
Don't see it often.
I've never been able to do it.
Me neither.
It took days. Like we spent days just on our side, like dragging our tool. Like it took drilling it into us, like boot camp, more or less.
I'll have Stu teach me it when he gets done with training.
There you go.
The only time I went upside down like that was when I had to take the picture for my inverted shirt. Hit the artwork for it, and I actually got in my truck, hung out the window.
He didn't even do it the right way.
I was upside down. I mean, it's a joke, but it, yeah. I can't do that crap, man. I can't put my body in that situation. I'm upside down, all the blood's rushing to my head. I just want to fall over.
For sure.
Another dent.
Yeah. You get used to it. Like I said, it was kind of drilled into us, and it's hard. Like I've tried a couple. Sometimes you got to get that forward in certain situations, and it's so much harder. Like I'd be like, I'd fix this dent if I could be inverted right now, I'd be done.
Really?
Yeah.
I may have to start practicing on it.
Yeah.
It's all about getting your eye, like both eyes are level with the damage. Like where you're kind of, if you're working standing up looking forward, you're not level with the damage like you are if you're inverted. You got your head on there, both eyes. It's a thing. Brandon, look at me weird if you want to.
I mean, I can get my eye level with that dent.
Bruce said he's 67, still looks at stuff upside down.
That's because you fall over. That's what happens to old people. I'm just
checking
kidding,
checking his AOL box.
Don't mess with Bruce.
We love Bruce. Got to go inverted. See, that's what Steph and David White had he teaching him inverted.
That's because he's being taught by ex-Wiz, who that's the way that you did it. So I taught myself. So you know, that's
what's hard with me and Ray. Like Cliff trained Ray, and Cliff's saying go forward. So I'm showing Ray. Ray's like, I can't do it that way. I'm like, I don't know how to train you to do it this way.
It's just one of the things that you just have to keep doing. And
it's like lines and fog. Like you get used to something, and it's hard to go back the other way.
Yeah, that's a person I got to thank for turning me on to PDR College, who hasn't been doing it as long as me, but got me in the new stuff. Basically, you know, he took my phone and he goes, "You listen to PDR podcast?" And I go, "No." He goes, "Give me your phone," and put it in there. I started listening to it, and that's where I learned about PDR College. And yeah.
You gotta be a gymnast to do it with my walker. Yeah.
You're watching tennis balls, they'll slip. You'd be oh
god.
So you got out on your own, you know, you worked for a company, you got out on your own. Did you go into wholesale, or did you just automatically start into retail?
No, I was doing wholesale and then kind of working out of the one dealerships lot, and like we had a hailstorm and I started doing more, like they let me work out of our building in the back. And then they built a new body shop, so they ripped that down. So I bought a different house with a 3-car garage, oversized. I was looking for something with an outbuilding, and then worked out of that until one day we had 2 cars in the garage, a hail car we're estimating in the middle, and my wife comes home with groceries. I'm like, this is not working anymore.
You're right.
So I built this shop, and then shortly after this, the other building came available. And my son was starting to do some detailing and stuff. So looks like Jack.
Christopher Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, he's way taller.
Yeah, a little distance.
It's the glasses.
Yeah.
That's what Christopher, when I see him without his glasses, I don't even recognize him. Those glasses are kind of the staple of his face. And it's like, I don't even know. Oh, wait, that's Christopher. What up, James? Hack a Shack.
Yeah, talking about, you having it at your house and that. I just remember when I first went in, anytime when you started a Google business listing, you had to have an address.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was mobile, so I had to use my house.
Yeah.
People would show up while you're gone and start knocking on the door. I'm like, it's a house. I don't even have a garage.
Up,
My house was built in 82. I don't have a garage. They're sitting there knocking on the door. But I'm like, yeah, that's what got to change.
Yeah. That's what I was going to be able to shop at the house. It wasn't going to be like, I wasn't going to try to push hard retail out of it, but I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why not find something in town and actually make it work? So
now, if you had like the house and then like way over here, you had a shop, not even behind the house, just to the side of it, down, a couple acres away, it could kind of be a separate entity. That's a little bit different, but
yeah. I'm a firm believer in location too, though. Like my house is kind of out the cut. Like I don't think I would get near as many people coming in if it's out that way.
Out in the what?
Out the cut, son.
You can't even make it to your shop when it's icy.
I know, you're right. Don't want to. Because if I'm here when it's ice on the road, I'm going to get some jobs I don't want. Hey, I slid down the hill into a salt truck. I'm good.
I used to go snow blow, take a leaf blower and blow snow off cars and walk lots back in the day.
Nah, not this guy.
We don't have that down here.
Yeah. We don't get, that's the thing, snow I don't mind driving in. We get ice. That's what all the people in Cedar Society all up north are like, oh, you win. I'm like, no, I'm good with snow.
Yeah.
Ice I ain't playing with. In my house, every way out of my house is downhill and immediate turn. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Staying home.
Oh, so James got to work with Jim, and Greg was with Jim this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had a big old party.
Mm-hmm.
Greg be doing some driving, boy. Every time I see him, he's in that little Honda, all over the place. Jesus Christ, Greg. Can't do it.
Oh, man. Anyway.
Yep. So what all you got going on? You got body shops, you got retail at the house, you got...
Yeah. And I didn't have many people driving by here. Customers come by, the house, the shop I'm in now. And we started doing detailing, so we kind of ran out of room here, and then got the car wash.
He had to try.
He had to try very hard.
But no, it was available, and it was like a one bay, not really automatic. A guy'd kind of pre-scrub it, run it through. It was an archaic machine, and he'd wipe it down and stuff. And he goes, why don't you just get some high school kids to do it? I'm like, if they're good kids, they're in school. I can't.
Don't work that way.
Yeah. But the building worked out good and stuff for doing dent repair. And 2020 was kind of eye opener with COVID. We were lucky to have a hailstorm, but I was like, I had a few accounts tell me, hey, don't come until we call you. We don't know what's going on with all this. And I'm like, all right, I'm dependent too much on the wholesale,
Yeah.
So I was like, I wanted something, and that drove me to that building where I had a storefront and people are driving by more, just the car wash traffic coming through. you know, I feel gives me more customers coming by that wouldn't seek me out at my house, you know. So that was kind of my reasoning for doing that. And the building was a good fit for me as well. And I ended up adding a second bay to it because it stayed pretty busy. And then just the stress when it did break down, you have nothing going and you're at the mercy of them to get it repaired. So at least now, the only time I've had them bolt down is, well, the eclipse that day, that weekend. Did
that go over your area?
Yeah.
Like full?
It was just a little bit south of us, the whole thing. And I was actually getting the machine up and running. I missed it. I seen it kind of gray, but I was getting the
I got more. Screw that eclipse. I got more.
Yeah, because the air compressor broke. And that runs both of them off air. And I'm like, the one thing that they both use. So now I'm getting a backup compressor with the old one. So there's always something that surprises you with it, you know.
You can just hire a crackhead. So on the days that the compressor's down, they push the button. He comes out there and washes it real quick.
With newspaper.
Yeah.
Dirty newspaper. I just wipe my ass with this. Is that mud? Nah. I gotta brag on you, Dan. Like, you used to be a ball of stress, and like just looking at you now is night and day. Like, you found a way to kind of calm down. I'm sure you have your days like everybody, but you're way more loose than you used to be when I first met you. You was just always like, oh God, I got this and that.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure to do that. I'll be honest. The time it took to get that up and running and just the unforeseen things. And then I would say the biggest thing is any business, like knowing, like if you got to depend on someone else to help you, like maintain that machine, the machine's only as good as the people that help service it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of slipped a little bit, but I got one guy that work for him that helped me out. If I really need him, he will be there to help me, which has helped tremendously. And
awesome.
And I've got like one guy that enjoys doing it. He works for a parts supplier in St. Louis and lives in town. I went to high school with him, and he eats it up. He loves it. He loves watching it on weekends for me and stuff. And that's how, because he enjoys it. And then I don't have to answer the calls on the weekends and stuff.
Yeah. Right.
Off my plate. And I love the CRM for that because I can just transfer the number to whoever. So
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
CRM's huge.
How long have you had the car wash now?
Since 21, I think.
Okay.
I think it was like right December 20 or going into 21, I think it's
right after COVID.
Yeah, I had the first one, and then I added the second bay, which that was a little bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Lisa would agree to that.
Hey, I'm telling you, TC will make you run through a brick wall. He'll hype you up. You do it like, wait a minute. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
TC's probably got Michael Jordan going through his all the time.
Oh, yeah.
There's the money tree right there.
Yeah.
He does. He's done a couple of Jordan's cars and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling.
One meeting we were at, he goes, yeah, when I was talking to Michael Jordan, we're like, what?
Wait, what?
He goes, what?
Name dropping much?
Yeah. Well, she goes, you ever just gloss over that?
Like, nonchalant.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, got him on speed dial.
Yeah. we play pickup together. Pickup ball.
I need to call TC. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's always so dang busy.
I know, that's why I don't mess with him.
He needs to come to MTE.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
I've been wanting to take a trip out there and just hang out with him for a couple of days and watch his operation. There's several people in the industry I'd just love to go. I'll be a fly on the wall, just sit back and watch. Don't mind me.
You could hit him and then go down and see Dave Ditleff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
hit the Carolinas right there.
Right. I'd like doing the Missouris, go see Dan, go see Andy Ray, go see Andy Ott. The Andes.
We talked about it for a while there with Kevin Bird and several of us talking about getting like a bus or or a van and just taking a road
party
trip
bus.
visiting. Yeah.
Yes, he is, Matt. So are you.
Yeah, you know TC smart when Matt's saying he's smart.
Yeah, they both are.
Yep.
Matt just made fun of me. That's what he's doing. I don't smash Matt. Well, let's get into so you got all that going on. Do you have any time for other activities, or are you just all the time running the business?
I'm trying to get back to that. I used to be into boating and stuff and side-by-side riding, got rid of all that to get this part of the business going, but hopefully get back into boating and side-by-siding again. I mean, we still go with friends and stuff, but I don't have any of my own anymore. But
right. How long have you and your wife been married?
2001.
I just got out of high school.
Yeah. We're on our honeymoon in Maui on 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that was interesting. And
yeah, I can
we worked for the airlines for a couple more years after that, but ended up losing her job. So that was, so she decided to stay home. We decided to stay home with the kids and stuff. So worked out.
How many kids you got?
Two. And a grandkid now. So
oh Lord.
Yeah.
Grandpappy.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm old, Andy.
You are. He's gonna teach grandbaby to run the car wash one day.
Oh yeah. He runs this house already.
Oh yeah. Wrapped around the pinky.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't change it for anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lisa's awesome too. I was glad I got to hang out with you guys when y'all came down for the concert and get to meet her a little bit, get to know her a little bit better.
Yeah.
You're a pup.
Yeah,
Bruce, everybody's a pup.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, he yelled at
look at here.
When we were up there for Superflex.
Somebody must have texted
spoke him into existence.
Yeah.
TC, we were just bragging on you, bud.
All right, TC, you got to come to MTE because we all miss you. So
yes, very much so.
Now that you're on here, there's no excuse.
I don't even get no Snapchats no more. It's killing me.
I know. Him and Dan Rikiki and I sat for breakfast one day at MTE, 2 years ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they ended up kicking us out because they were serving lunch because we sat there so long. They're like, you guys need to leave. We were just having a good conversation, you get into them there. But
so Mark Yeager said John Yeager's got a side-by-side for sale, so you can
4-door
buy his. Oh, is it?
Yep. He's living that camper life now. He went and got him a camper.
But is it a like normal size?
It's a
side by side, or is it one of the little plastic wheels you get at Toys R Us?
You see the mohawk sticking out the top? Is that a helmet? No, that's my hair. The dude has arrived. That's good. I'm glad you're coming, TC. That'd be awesome. Can't wait to see you. Man, it'll be exciting too. Good. Yeah.
I can't wait for it to be.
And I'm actually staying longer than, I'll say it on here, I'm going to stay longer than a day and a half or a day like I usually do.
You going to crash on Gene's couch again?
Yeah, I might.
Dan shows up like, I crashed on your couch.
Yep. It was like $700 for one day at that hotel with the
we know
fees and everything. It was like
fully aware. I do. It's a write-off.
Yeah.
At the Gaylord, it was
stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
My whole thing is though, like I know I'm gonna stay up till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning talking, so I would rather just be able to just walk right over and go to bed. Because if I'm staying somewhere, I'm like, man, I gotta go get in the car, I gotta leave, I gotta go to my spot. It's like I'll pay that extra to be able to hang out. Like we stayed up there one night at the little fire outside. Bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice, but I liked it too. Being I don't know. It was good that way too. But the networking is huge. Just meeting people and it's a good event for sure.
I like Rosa Shingle better, and I can't wait for it to be back there. It's just a lot easier to hang out, and
I do too. I like the setup there, and you seem to see people more.
The pool bar is so much. The bars and all that there at Gaylord is just you don't know where everybody's going to be. It's just It's weird.
One of them shut down at like 10 o'clock.
They want to shut down. They get pissed when everybody's wanting to spend money. And
you know, these are dent guys, right? Like they gonna drink and they gonna stay up late.
Exactly.
How did you get to be so tight with Gene?
What was it? 17. We had a hailstorm here. I got to know him at MTE Advanced Skills and started talking to him. And I'm like, hey, you want to come out? And he's like, sure. And then him and Larry, Louie's dad, Louie that works for Gene, him and Larry came out and helped me in 17. And we just kind of stayed tight ever since. And he was helping me off and on the last few months. And then Dave came out for a week. That laugh helped for a week too, come up and helped out. So
it's awesome.
Quite a few people in and out over the year helping, which has been awesome. So
yeah, I remember you called me this year like, hey, you want to come up and hang out? I'm like, I wish I could.
Yeah.
You want to come hang out with me?
Yeah. I wish I could. I wish I could come down to the event, but I got a deer season that weekend, and my best man in my wedding. I'm the best man in his wedding, so I can't miss that.
Is that opening weekend for y'all? Or not?
Yes, it is. Yep.
That's same here with us. But I still went. I still go.
Brandon makes it. Brandon ain't got no excuses. DBAP.
And then I come straight back and go to the camp.
Yeah. But Brandon takes like a week off, or so he
I was gonna do it if I didn't have the wedding on top of it. Maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe.
We might have to figure out something with it because it seems like there's people we're having a hard time getting everybody there that we want. So I don't know, but it's hard because you got Thanksgiving, all the holidays, and everything else, and other people's meetups, and that's the only time to really do one where everybody's not slammed. You know what I mean? So
and that's Chase and I's thing. We do, deer hunting. So and then
talk about deer hunting. Jeremy Nadeau will be on in a minute.
Yeah.
Second season, he's got to usually go to the base. That's his weekend to do his drill.
Second season? What you talking about? Second season?
Yeah. Like what?
They got what is it? Thanksgiving, and then they got first weekend in December is second season.
Oh, that's it? Just like 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weekends. It's in Illinois.
Brandon like, nah, I'm good.
What kind for deer hunting?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first season, and then second season is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
What's up, Rodney?
Ours starts in November around when Andy's meetup is and goes through the beginning of February.
Oh wow.
That's how it is here, dude.
Wow. No wonder why you can make it. I got just a weekend.
Oh yeah. You gotta hunt. Yeah.
Vincent asked what kind of rifle
you get in 2 weekends.
What kind of rifle you hunt with?
We they just started letting you use certain rifles. I use a shotgun in Illinois.
So flat.
So you just stalk hunting pretty much.
No. Yeah.
They got to because
the thick with a dog.
If you shoot a rifle, it ends up in Ohio. The bullet does. Like so flat.
I got a 220 Savage, and that's a rifled slug now. It's pretty much like shooting a rifle almost.
Yeah.
But yeah. We used to always use a 12 gauge Browning, but I really don't want it. My dad passed that down to me. I really don't want to take it out in the woods anymore and use.
Now, can y'all have like, green patches and stuff like that? Can you bait? Can you?
No.
So you just got to go sit in the woods.
Oh yeah.
Without.
Yeah.
Boy, it's changed a lot since.
Yeah.
Then Alabama, man, we put corn out year round now.
Yeah. I think Kansas and Missouri can do that as well. Cause like my one buddy Lance out of Texas, he sends me a picture, and I mean, there's a pile of corn out in front of me. I'm like, well, no wonder why you see deer.
Look, the amount of money I spend every year, planting, feeding the deer, all this stuff, I don't get enough deer meat out of it. I mean, I could shoot everything I see, but you know, I don't.
Brandon's so badass he'll kill 2 deer with 1 bullet. He's done it.
That's like last year when I got down there, you know, opening day and stuff for after opening day because I was at Andy's. But I'm like, my buddy bought 40 acres right at the camp right there. So I was like, y'all go over here. I'm just going to go to the patch right here. I took my 17 caliber and, you know, shot one right in the head. It just falls over. I mean, I got in the patch at like 3:30, shot the deer at like 3:50, went down there, took it, had it skinned, everything, all the meat cut up, started cubing the meat because I was like, well, we got a cuber here. I'm going to go ahead and do this before it ever got dark. And they come back. They're like, what'd you see? Because they couldn't hear me shoot with a 17 caliber. And I'm like, oh, it's over here in ice chest already.
Wow. Chase always seems to wait until sundown Sunday evening, and then I'm like, I'm getting ready to go in. Boom, 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 and I'm like, oh man.
But my son has the last couple of years, you know, because we're getting this huge 10-point and stuff on camera, and he's hunted the same spot. And I'm like, that deer ain't coming out, son, when you're sitting there, and he won't. He'll never come out, and you know, I'm like, look, if one of these big ones comes out and I want to shoot it, I'll shoot it. But give me the does. I just want the meat. I started shooting, you know, some last year and just go ahead and doing the tenderloins and backstrap and stuff and making jerky there at the camp. You know, I sent a picture in our Secret Society group, me eating deer jerky while deer were in the field. Like, just wait. You know? I shot this one yesterday.
He's talking about Chase going to drill. What branch is he in?
Air Force.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
If I had to do it over again, that's where I'd have went.
Yeah, he's Air Force National Guard. So.
Oh, what up, Corey? It's my buddy. Forgot to put it on my personal page now, so all my friends can see it. Doing good. Yeah, Corey, he works at the body shop up here that I was servicing out of. Me and him's been friends since like school.
Nice.
He's my first roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. You didn't put a ring on it, huh?
No. He's hard to maintain. He's a wild one. Corey's a $140, can drink a 40-pack of beer and still be functional. I'm like, how?
He needs to come to your meetup.
Yeah. He'd be wild.
Hey. Gavin used to be.
Yeah. Gavin's calmed down. We don't drink no more either.
I'll always remember that night staying at your house. And
he said, don't lie, I got
dog.
Gavin, yeah, I don't remember that night.
that was a rough drive home that next day.
I bet. You felt near what I felt.
See, now I just give the reins to Reed.
Days?
Oh yeah, that was wild, Andy.
I don't even know what that means, but I just remember
was you not out there? I thought you was there at the Pittsburgh meetup.
I was, but I don't even know how you got saying that. I was there.
I had swim trunks on, no underwear, and me and Anthony Costanzo was arguing about moose knuckle camel toe, and I was like, "This is a moose knuckle."
Oh my
God. In front of the kids.
They were out in the pool. And then Jack was in the bathroom, and I sat there in front of the bathroom like this until he came out. And he just...
Oh my God!
Yeah, fun times. Yeah, that guy don't exist anymore. I'm boring. I might go play golf on Sunday morning and just work, and that's about it. No more drinky.
You had to get rid of that guy.
Yeah, he was bad. He's flipping spatulas at the hibachi and shit. What the hell? He was no bueno.
Corey said, "Don't lie." He got the ring from
you. He did.
So, yeah. Oh goodness.
So what's the future of Dent Specialist? You got anything cooking or?
Right. Well, before we got hail this spring, we were going to lean harder into Restore Effects, and that got backburnered again. We've been doing some of it and using their ceramic, and still doing quite a few ceramics, but kind of grow that and the growing the dent repair more and stuff, especially since Stu's coming on training. I got Brandon, my nephew's been with me for what, I think 13, 14 years, something like that. And Chase is coming on full time and still going to college at night. So he's helping, wants to learn. And
awesome.
So, yeah.
How many people you got working for you now?
I got Duke, my office manager. That's a big part of my stress reliever.
Gotta have that.
Yeah, I got Duke, Stu, Chase, Brandon, and Randy helps off and on part-time, the guy that watches on the weekends and stuff. Okay. So yeah.
That Restore Effects, are you doing wholesale with that, or are you pushing it for retail?
We've done a few retail jobs, not too much wholesale. We just haven't got set up like this shop I'm in now is what we're kind of using to do that, because it's so dirty up there. They get blown out a car or something. The dust is bad, so we almost got to jockey them back to my house shop to do them right now. So I might try and set up something out back to where we got a cleaner area to do that. But it's just that's one of our struggles with it, and just I need to put a person in to just do that. Like at the meeting that they had at MTE, they made a good point. They're like, you're dent guys, you run dent businesses, you need to find people to do the Restore Effects, because you can do it, but you don't have time to do it. And they're right. That's we know cars and everything, but that is a downfall of us thinking we can handle everything, and we can't,
Mm-hmm.
And that's
especially when you get a hailstorm, like everything goes out the window when you get a hailstorm.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, we offer ceramic coating. I'm like, please don't book any ceramic coatings right now. Like that bay is taking up too much space. I can't have it.
You pretty much have to treat each one of any kind of thing you add as like its own separate business.
Entity. Yeah.
Because if you keep, like me, that's one of the reasons I don't add the services, because if I do that, I don't want to do everything myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stay as a high quality PDR tech. That's what I know. That's what I want to do, because I've seen so many friends and businesses around here that did want to say a wheel guy that went out on his own, him and his brother, when I did in 2014, did phenomenal work. Some of the best wheel guys I've ever seen in my life. And it blew up, and then he got in with an investor, and they had this whole storefront, but then they started dipping their toes in every little thing there was, and the quality went. And a year later, they were done. They were scrounging for work. They had to file bankruptcy, all this kind of stuff, just because they're trying to do everything themselves. But you just have to, like me, like I would love to do the like Restore Effects or ceramic coating or PPF, something like that. But I would build a separate building on my empty lot and have it climate controlled, but it had to be super clean. I can't do it in my shop that I'm in, because one, it's not super clean. It was an old mechanic shop, my dad's shop, and it's not climate controlled, and I'm not going to have all that. There's too much dust and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you gotta have a clean area to do it, and I just thought it was a good thing to complement the dent repair, because sometimes you got to scrape that Restore Effects hides, or, we're doing ceramics, and I'm like, man, we're spending so much time buffing this out to make it look good.
Yeah.
Where the Restore Effects, there is a big learning curve to that, though. I mean, you gotta practice it and do it to get it to where you lay it down as good as buffing something out,
Right.
And you just got to find the right person and it's time consuming, like anything. There is no easy button to anything with work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not at all.
You got to put the time in and get old like me, Andy.
Yeah, Corey hates buffing. I used to be like, "Hey, you buffing?" God, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I hate buffing too. That's why I got JJ and Ray. They can knock it out.
Well, it seems like we have a lot of trucks and SUVs around us, and
Same.
And it seems like the Chevy or the GMCs, like the 15 to 19 or whatever, they get scratches that will not buff out to where Restore Effects really does good on those kind of vehicles that got, I don't know, just certain vehicles get scratches like that. It is an impressive product, but we need to do more steady to get better at it.
Those are also the same years that they had a lot of issues with the paint too, the GM paint. Like you see tons of the roofs and the hoods just flaking off. So it could have been.
I'm gonna send you a project, Dan. JJ's got a 93 Cavi, chalk white. I'll send it to you. You can Restore FX the shit out of it.
Just Krylon that sucker. Rust-Oleum or something.
Yeah, there's certain stuff. My brother's got an older Jeep Wrangler he bought, and it was chalky, and it did an amazing job on that. Well, it's funny, we did his truck. He went to Florida. He come home, he had a red truck, and the paint was kind of peeling, and I'm like, this won't hold up on the roof. You know, the clear was peeling, but it even made it look quite a bit better. So it was salty out. He goes, I don't want to drive it. He went out and bought the Jeep so he wouldn't have to drive it because he liked the results so much. And then we ended up doing the Jeep later.
Right.
Come out good too. But it is an impressive product. I got to staff it right. You know,
I've heard a lot of good with Corey Kleinfeld talking about it. And even his interview, I think his podcast where he had Jeremy Carroll on there, but Jeremy Carroll, they do a lot of wholesale with it too, and it seems to be doing really well on that side, which is kind of surprising with me. I just thought it was kind of an expensive job, but I mean, if they can make a wholesale vehicle look good without it being repainted
it's getting that prep time down to where you can do it, you know.
It's kind of ceramic coating. I mean, most of your time spent on prep. It don't take time at all to ceramic coat one. It's the paint correction and everything that takes for what it feels like forever for a dent guy that's like, man, I could have had 50 dents fixed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then like we're doing some detailing, which it's just tough to do a good job. And I know some people got it dialed in, and I think we just get too picky with it. But
I mean, you got a car wash, just run it through there.
And that's part of what we do. And it is nice. Like you write a hail estimate, it comes in dirty. We run it through, mark it up if we have to.
Nice. Yeah.
Run it through again when we're done. That does help quite a bit.
That's what Jack's got a membership to his local car wash, and he'll bring them home and he'll run it through there, move his little tag over to each car, run it through there, come back home, do it, and run it back through.
Jack, you cheating the car wash? You're kidding me?
I know somebody a while back, and I've thought about this too, is they've hooked up with their local car washes, and they'll buy passes or whatever. I don't know if it's cards or they scan it's codes or something that they have to put in, but you buy 100 of them at a discounted price from them, and at every job or whatever, then they get a car wash with it.
I gotcha.
I forgot who that was. I'd have to go trying to find that, but good idea. Like we've got Rich's Car Wash down here, which is the second largest family-owned car wash in the States, and they're spreading out everywhere now. But
I got a JJ. Hey, wash it.
I had to read.
Yeah. Now what? You got to.
As of Friday, it'll be me.
Like it's tough when we get something big in there, like a dually or something we can't run through, and like this guy had this Yukon. I was helping him because Toby was another guy working for us for the summer that is going back to school at Springfield, Missouri. So he went to school with Chase, but
Nice.
they were washing a Yukon there today, and he stayed an extra day to go back to school to help wash it. And it had a rack on top and a gas cans and a spare tire on the back. It was just a tough one to clean up. But but Toby goes down. Sid Huff lives down in Springfield.
Oh, Sid, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
And I said, last year I go, hey, there's a kid that's been helping me for the summer. I go, he's a good kid. He goes, yeah, send him over. So he works for Sid when he's down to school, and he comes home, comes back for the summer.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Talking about school kids, like we got the auto teacher at the school here. I fixed the dent on his truck and blew him away. And he reached out at the beginning of the school year. He's like, hey, I got a kid that I think is going to be perfect. We're waiting to talk to him for him to do the co-op school thing. I think it'd be really cool. He can get out 12, come over here till whenever.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
That's
what? Yeah, you got to pay him. I mean, it's an employee. No, it's free labor.
Hey, you get school credit for it, buddy.
Yeah.
I had one kid was working for me, last year, I guess it was. Ethan, he was a good kid. He worked at Hardee's. He goes, they're not giving me enough hours. I go, okay. And he goes, and I go, well, let me call you back and, figure out what I got for you and stuff. And he comes in he basically said he was starting. He goes, I put in my 2 weeks notice. Like, okay, I guess you're starting. And he was a good little worker, man. He was never standing around. His dad's got a fence company. He's working for him now, going to hopefully take that over. But yeah, he was a good kid. It was just funny the way he's like, yeah, I quit. I'm coming to work. It's like, yes, you are. But I'd rather see that than begging somebody to try to come to work, Yeah.
So. We was talking about the body shops having problems finding guys. That might be something for them. Like, I don't know why they're not more into like the co-op school stuff, trying to get some kids over and just start them fresh. I mean,
well, from my understanding, they're doing more of like their, I guess, like the tech schools and all that.
Trade
like the
school,
big collision places are offering them signing bonuses. So I think that's where a lot of those, I don't know if they go to school afterwards, like after high school. But
what are they being taught? Hey, here's a new panel. Let's unbolt that one and put this one on there.
Yeah.
So, exactly. Crazy.
Hey, you get this signing bonus if you get $12 an hour flag rate.
Yeah. And then I think they're locked in for 4 years to get the whole bonus, is what I understand. Like, that's what body shop owners have told me around here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So do you have the pit that runs through the center of the car wash, or is it just go into just a drain, or?
It's got there's a pit. And then that's
how you like cleaning that out?
I don't.
It's not that you don't like it; he just don't clean it.
So back when I was senior high school, just out of high school, I worked for a big car wash we had down here.
Yeah.
And once a month, they'd pay 2 employees $500 or whatever. We'd split it.
Yeah.
But we hook a trailer up to a truck, and we pull it through there and have to move all the grates. And this was a pretty big car wash.
Yeah.
Move all the grates, shovel all that nasty crap into it. They'd haul it off the next day. But at the end of the night, like, we'd work, several hours in the night.
Right.
Once they closed down, we put everything back and we turned the whole car wash on and go jump up on the thing, spin in. And,
oh my God.
Yeah. Besides like the hot soap, we wouldn't turn it on. But we'd go through all the water. I mean, crap's blowing us, and then we'd see how far we could reach out, like with a jacket on, with the blowers down there, see how far we could lean forward. And then we would play Jackson. Then we would play tricks on new kids and stuff during the day when it would be slow. We'd show them that, like, and then I'd have my buddy in there, and he'd turn the breaker off, and they'd fall.
I'm not letting anybody watch this.
That was so much fun back then. But we thought I mean, it was great. 18 years old, 17, 18.
Yeah.
$250 cash for a couple hours worth of work. Once a month. Oh my God, me and my buddy always volunteered for that crap.
Yeah, I'd say great. The smell of it is pretty bad.
Oh, yeah.
The worst this year, they put not just salt on the roads, but they must put sand for traction, and it's like a trench drain, and it was like a dried up creek bed. Like I would take a shovel and I'd dump it in a 5-gallon bucket. Like it'd take 2 buckets. It'd be so heavy. I'd take it out to the dumpster with 2 scoots to go dump it in the dumpster.
God bless.
Yeah. So
no thanks.
The last one I did, it was I was a project manager and operate heavy equipment, all that, and they owned the company, friends of ours. They owned a little car wash, and so each little individual had like a 10-12 foot section like that. But it was only, the grading was, I'd say the trench was probably 2 foot wide.
Yeah.
So I just took the Mini X down there, went down there with the little bucket, scoop it out, put it in the I didn't have to get out, no manual labor in the AC operating that. And just,
that's the way to go. I did just get a bucket tractor that will scoop the drain out, put it in the bucket, and then go dump it. That has helped tremendously because it was. But you still got to hand scoop the trench part. But
that's where kids come in, high school kids.
Yeah,
pay you this much and let them.
Hey, you want to get out of school half a day? Come on, I got you.
Co-op.
Ethan loved it. He would go out there and go crazy washing it. Chasing him had to do it. We had a lake in the second bay the other day, and I'm like, we got to do it.
Oh man,
it's part
fun
of
times. Fun times.
Yeah.
Well, we are over the mark, so
flew by as usual.
Flew by. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, cool. Well, we appreciate you coming on, Dan, and
well, thanks for having me. It was a good time.
Absolutely. Finally got you.
Yeah.
Finally. Appreciate everybody watching tonight and commenting. We had a good number here for a while.
Yeah.
Which is good because we hadn't been on in a couple of weeks or whatever, 2 weeks.
What's on last week?
No, you weren't.
No, he wasn't. That's right. Yeah. I was on Chattanooga last week.
Yeah.
Relaxing. I wish I was still there. Came back and my blood pressure went like I never left.
Dude, that's like with us. My blood pressure, everything went down during that week of vacation of the 4th. I felt so great and come back and it's like start creeping back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had the same thing. I kept going after the 8th of July, then the 8th shows up. I put a lot of stuff out.
Yeah. I know. That's crazy. Oh, Andy's
done.
He's gone. Look at him. He left early. Anyway, well, I appreciate it. I'm going to put you in the back room. I'll say my goodbyes here in just a minute, and Andy may pop back on here. But anyway, appreciate you coming back on. Appreciate everybody watching. Look, there he comes.
I don't know what happened. It just shut down. It was like 9.
Something's wrong with his connection. Anyway, of
course, the buffer's still
screen here. Crazy, but anyway, we don't know who we're gonna have on next week. We'll have somebody on. So appreciate everybody watching, and we will let you know. But see you next week.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.
Well, maybe. Now my thing ain't working. We may just have to end the show though.
Hold on, I got it. End stream, boom, maybe. Me and Dan just gonna sit here and talk the rest of the night. We shutting this down. Yeah, you might have to just X out of it, Dan. Right. Bye, everybody.
See ya.
What a shit show.